Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to teach you a technique for how to deal with difficult emotions when they arise. Normally we may feel distressed about the emotions. Why are we having them? And that increases anxiety because we're having a judgment about, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Or maybe difficult feelings arise and we've learned to very quickly repress them or unconsciously dismiss them and just put them away and keep going. And though there will be other things that I'll be explaining about what to do when we notice these difficult feelings arising, because we might need to be tending to some unresolved trauma, unresolved grief, some pain. There is a technique of what to do in the moment. Not only will this help calm you in the moment, but it's actually going to be doing the healing as well by the very principles that we'll be drawing on. And some of those principles I'm going to be doing entire videos on very soon because it involves self-compassion, mindfulness, the kind of language that we want to begin using with ourselves when we are dealing with difficult emotions. So there is an acronym for this technique, and it's RAIN. And I learned this from Tara Brach. So RAIN stands for recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. And so let's go through these four things of when a difficult emotion arises. There is such a slight difference, and this can actually take a minute or less, versus dissociation or repression, where it just immediately goes, versus I'm noticing the feeling. So we've got that mindfulness there. And again, we're going to go deeper into mindfulness very soon. And I'm noticing it, and I'm realizing that I just have a minute or two to address it. And maybe sometimes you'll have longer and do a little more processing or feeling. So recognize is simply I'm becoming aware that I'm having this uncomfortable feeling rise up again. Maybe it's a trigger. Maybe it's something that you're upset about. Maybe something's happening in the body. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's shame. And again, these will have deeper origins that we will learn how to go into. But you recognize, and this is that skill of mindfulness. I'm present in the moment and I'm noticing what's showing up. And there is this uncomfortable feeling. I'm having this feeling right now. It's that simple. The second is the choice that I'm going to allow it. This very subtle difference versus just immediately pushing it away. I'm going to allow it. You're making a choice to step into some discomfort. And so you're recognizing, you're allowing, and the next is investigating. This can be simple and short, but it could be something as simple as, this is interesting. What does this feel like in my body? Or I wonder, did something just happen that brought this feeling on? Or wow, this is really painful. I feel so sad right now. And just a little bit of investigation about what's happening inside me right now. And again, it can be very, very short. And the last one is nurture. And this, again, we are going to be exploring self-compassion, and you're going to have so many tools for doing this. But nurture can be as simple as, this is really hard. This is really uncomfortable. It hurts. I'm going through something hard. This feeling is just, yeah, really, really uncomfortable. And I wish I wasn't feeling it. And just something kind to yourself. I had a client once a few years ago. She was sitting across from me, and as she was talking about herself, she hugged herself like this. And I could feel in my own body the self-love. And I've been doing it ever since. And I'll do it in front of clients to just kind of be like, and she said, she was saying some things like, oh, my body has been through so much. I love my body. I love me. So she demonstrated for me that nurture. And again, it could be something as simple as that this is hard. This is hard to go through this. So those four steps, they can happen, like I said, in a minute or less. but it's all the difference in the world between pushing an emotion away and giving it some attention in a kind way. In a future video, I'll be explaining how that actually rewires the brain through repeated kind compassion and mindfulness and attention. We're creating new neural pathways. I love the principle of neuroplasticity, and we're going to be going into that in a video too. So recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. One way to begin holding space for your difficult emotions. And the investigation doesn't need to be like pressure, like forcing yourself to figure out where it comes from. You may not know. Investigation might just be, what does this feel like in my body? So I hope this technique helps, and I look forward to the next video.